What's up, risk managers? My name is Nasdaq Anonymous, and I'm addicted to the NQ. And boy, is she one hell of a drug. And welcome to tonight's NA meeting, where we'll discuss the economic data for the week, analyze today's session, and from that, build a winning game plan for tomorrow's price action. And if you haven't done so already, you can show your support by subscribing to the channel. And with that said, let's jump into the charts now. It's tomorrow's data. And be mindful that all times are in Central Time. And we have a small block of news scheduled for tomorrow, so let's jump into it. At 9 o'clock, we had Fed Hawker speaking, and we have the Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index for the month of October. At 3:30, we have some crude news, and finally, at 7 o'clock, we have the IMF meeting. And now that we know what to expect, let's jump into the charts and create a game plan for tomorrow's price action. This is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream, and today was definitely a range day. And as I analyze the charts, I see about 3 clues that's going to be essential for helping us find the best trades going into tomorrow's stream. So let's jump into it. During the overnight session, the Nasdaq opened slightly bearish and traded 179 points to the downside into a previous area of support. However, once the bears failed to rotate price lower, the bulls stepped in and price rallied 212 points to the upside and seeing a double bottom at the lows and price rallying into a previous area of resistance going into the close of the session. And based on this price action, here's what I'm going to be looking for. So today was just another exciting day for those addicted to the thrills of the NQ. And based on the price action at the beginning of the session, you would think that today would have been a day for the bears because they had all the tools to be successful today. They rotated price lower, they traded through key areas of support, but they failed to break through the major level of support around 380 and 350. But we did see price trade into a potential area of resistance going into the close. So if the bulls can maintain their control overnight, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 540 and 515, because this is the range where we saw the bears break structure to the downside, and I do expect for bears to step up at this level to sell the retest. But if they fail to hold this area and price continues to trade higher, then I'll be watching the reaction when price retests the level at 565. However, if the bears can regain control overnight and price begins to trade lower, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 380 and 350, because this is the range of major support. The bears have made several attempts to break through this range, because a failure from the bulls here would result in a big move down due to lack of support. However, it does appear that the bulls are making their rotation higher, so we should expect for the bulls to maintain control overnight. But the price action overnight will definitely be essential for our bias going into tomorrow's stream. Now, if you're enjoying the content and appreciate the value that me and my trading partner provides to the trading community, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the release of our next NA meeting and live streams. And with that said, let's jump into an ES chart. This is an ES chart, and this is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream. And during the overnight session, the E-mini S&P opened slightly bearish and traded 50 points to the downside into a previous area of support. However, once the bears failed to rotate price lower, the bulls stepped in and price rallied 27 points to the upside and seeing a slight sell-off going into the close of the session. And based on this price action, this is what I'm going to be looking for. So just like the NQ, price traded to the downside into a previous area of major support. And when the bears failed to rotate price lower, we saw the bulls step up and began making their rotation higher going into the close of the session. So if the bulls can maintain their control overnight, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 895 and 900, because this is the range where the bears broke structure to the downside, and I do expect for passive sell orders to be resting in this area to sell to retest. But if the bears fail to hold this area and price continues to trade higher, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 910 and 915. However, if the bears can regain their control overnight and price begins to trade lower, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades back within a range between 880 and 875, because this is the range where the bulls found support and they broke structure to the upside. And I do expect for passive buy orders to be resting in this area to buy the retest. But if the bulls fail to hold this area and price continues to trade lower, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 670 and 665. Now, price is trading back and forth within a big range, and it's testing major resistance, and then it goes and it tests major support. So, depending on which side of the market price breaks out of, that will dictate the momentum of the market probably going into the end of the week. But I'll be monitoring both markets overnight to identify the best trades as we go into tomorrow's stream. And in summary, both markets started off the session bearish and retested a key area of major support. Both markets had a massive rally after the bears failed to trade through this area of major support. And finally, both markets have traded back into a previous area of resistance. And if the bears can reject price from this level and we see another retest of major support, the market may see some major downside. And that's all I have for tonight, risk managers. And you can watch us trade these concepts live by clicking this video. We'll see you there.